Hey there. Welcome back to Dutch Guide, your local guide to all things Dutch. Today, we're diving into everything you need to know before coming to the Netherlands for your studies. From picking the right university or college, understanding the application process, to getting your visa sorted and managing your finances. Thinking about all the bikes and canals in Amsterdam? Let's park that for a second. We're making sure you're prepped and ready for your Dutch study journey first. Got everything? Notebook, snack, maybe a drink? All right, let's jump in. Choosing the right institution and course. In the Netherlands, there are two main types of higher education institutions, universities and HBO, which are called Universities of Applied Sciences in English. It's worth noting that the clear distinction between universities and universities of applied sciences is a characteristic feature of the Dutch higher education system. In many other countries, such a separation doesn't exist in the same explicit manner. The primary distinction between the two lies in their approach and focus. Universities are more research-oriented, delving into the theoretical aspects of a field of study. They aim to foster critical thinking, analytical skills, and an in-depth understanding of subjects, paving the way for students to potentially engage in academic research or pursue advanced postgraduate studies. On the other hand, Universities of Applied Sciences, or HBO, have a more practical orientation. Their courses are designed to equip students with specific skills needed for particular professions. The curriculum here often includes internships, practical projects, and real-world case studies to ensure students are ready for the job market upon graduation. The duration of study can also vary between these institutions. Typically, bachelor's programs at universities span 3 years. In contrast, programs at HBOs often extend to 4 years, incorporating a more extensive internship or practical training period. Both universities and HBOs offer enriching educational experiences, but they cater to different academic and career trajectories. For instance, for those leaning towards research-intensive fields or professions like medicine, a traditional university education is indispensable. On the other hand, those who aim for a profession-specific role or appreciate a more hands-on learning approach might find universities of applied sciences more fitting. It's also worth noting that after completing an HBO bachelor's degree, students may need to undertake a pre-master's program before pursuing a master's at a university. In contrast, university bachelor graduates can typically progress directly to a master's program. In conclusion, when choosing between the two types of institutions, consider your career goals, preferred learning style, and the kind of educational journey you envision. This reflection will guide you in making an informed decision about your higher education in the Netherlands. Choosing the right university and study program in the Netherlands. When you're an international student considering the Netherlands for your studies, selecting the right city and institution is paramount. Here's a more in-depth look at what different Dutch cities offer. As the bustling capital, Amsterdam is home to several world-renowned universities. If you're seeking a vibrant city life with a rich blend of cultures, history, and modernity, Amsterdam might be the right fit. Ideal for studies in arts, business, and humanities. Known for Leiden University, one of the oldest in the country, it offers a more intimate city experience, steeped in history and academic traditions. It's especially recommended for studies in law, humanities, and medicine. If you're keen on agriculture, environmental sciences, or related fields, Wageningen University is among the best globally. The town itself is peaceful, surrounded by nature, perfect for focused academic work. Eindhoven, known as the brainport of the Netherlands, is a hub for technology and innovation, ideal for studies in engineering, technology, and design. Groningen is a lively student city with a significant international community. The University of Groningen offers a broad range of programs. The city's energetic vibe makes it attractive to younger students. Remember to also consider accreditation. Make sure your chosen institution is accredited by Dutch higher education authorities. Course content. Ensure the curriculum aligns with your interests. You can check this out easily on the websites of the universities. Language of instruction. Check if the program is offered in English or requires Dutch proficiency. Cultural fit. Understand the Dutch academic emphasis on independence, group projects, and active participation. Engage with current students or alumni for first-hand insights, and always trust your instincts when making the final decision. Admission requirements and application process. The application process and admission criteria differ between Dutch universities and universities of applied sciences, or HBOs. Required documents. When we talk about admission requirements, universities often have stricter criteria compared to HBOs. To gain entry into a Dutch university, you typically need to present a diploma equivalent to a VWO diploma, which is the Dutch pre-university education level. Some courses may also have additional prerequisites, like passing specific entrance exams or showcasing relevant work. On the other hand, for universities of applied sciences, a diploma equivalent to the Dutch Senior General Secondary Education, called HAVO, is generally acceptable. However, certain specialized programs might have their specific entry requirements. For international students unsure about the equivalency of their diploma, the NUFIC provides guidance on how foreign qualifications relate to the Dutch education system. It's advisable for prospective students to consult this or a similar organization to verify their eligibility. For English-taught programs, non-native English speakers are usually required to demonstrate proficiency in the English language. Common tests accepted include IELTS, TOEFL, and sometimes other equivalent tests. The required scores can vary between institutions and programs. Application deadlines. General timelines. Dutch universities typically have two main intake periods, one for the fall semester, usually starting in September, and one for the spring semester, often beginning in February. Early deadlines. Some universities set earlier application deadlines for international students, especially if they're applying for scholarships or financial aid. Competitive programs. For high-demand or competitive programs, deadlines might be earlier than other courses. It's essential to apply as early as possible for these to maximize your chances of acceptance. Regardless of these general guidelines, it's crucial to check the specific deadlines for each program you're interested in to ensure timely submission. Missing a deadline could delay your admission by a semester or even a year. Visa and residence permit for studying in the Netherlands. Now that you've learned about choosing the right institution and course, let's talk about the practical side, getting into the Netherlands and staying here. It's really important to know about visa and residence permit rules because they decide if you can study and how long you can stay. What type of visa is required for students? When you're a student from outside the European Economic Area, EEA, looking to come to the Netherlands to study, there are typically two things you need to be aware of: the MVV and the VVR. The MVV. This is essentially an entry visa that you need if you plan to stay in the Netherlands for longer than 90 days. The VVR. Once you've entered the Netherlands with the MVV, you then apply for the VVR, which is effectively your residence permit for the duration of your studies. The TV procedure combines both the MVV and VVR applications into one. This means you can apply for both your entry visa, MVV, and your residence permit, VVR, at the same time before you even come to the Netherlands. Documentation and financial requirements. Venturing into the realm of student visas for the Netherlands means preparing a specific set of documents. A valid passport is your primary ticket. Subsequently, you'll need an official enrollment statement from your Dutch educational institution. Now here's where the IND, Immigration and Naturalization Service, steps in. They'll need proof that you're financially equipped to sustain your Dutch adventure. This could translate to bank statements flashing adequate funds, insights into your scholarship if you've clinched one, or robust financial backing from a sponsor. Remember, the IND aims to decide within a 60-day frame, but sometimes patience is key as this can stretch. Always remember to consult the official website of the IND or other relevant sources for the most up-to-date and detailed information regarding visas and residence permits for studying in the Netherlands. How and when to submit an application. Initiating the visa application early is the mantra, given the fluctuating processing timelines. A handy guideline? Embark on this journey 3 to 5 months before your course lifts off. Typically, the Dutch embassy or consulate in your homeland is your starting point. Here's a pro tip. Many Dutch academic institutions don't just stand by, they actively pitch in. They might steer you through the maze or take the reins entirely, applying on your behalf. Finances. Cost of living in different cities. The Netherlands is a beautiful country with a variety of cities to choose from. But it's important to note that the cost of living can vary greatly. Cities like Amsterdam and Utrecht are generally more expensive compared to smaller cities or towns. Before choosing a city to study or live in, Research the average rent, food costs, and transportation expenses to ensure you stay within your budget. For transportation tips, you can check out a video I made earlier. The average student room is about 300 to 600 euros per month, and Amsterdam and Utrecht are often more expensive. Tuition fees for EU versus non-EU students. Tuition fees in the Netherlands depend largely on your nationality. If you're from an EU EEA country, you're in luck. You'll benefit from lower tuition fees compared to non-EU students. Specifically, EU EEA students typically pay annual tuition fees ranging between 2,000 and 3,000 euros. Non-EU students typically pay higher tuition fees than EU EEA students. The annual tuition fee for a non-EU student at a Dutch university can range from 6,000 to 20,000 euros, depending on the university and the program of study. There are a few exceptions to the rule that EU EEA students pay lower tuition fees than non-EU students. For example, some universities charge the same tuition fees for all students, regardless of their nationality. Additionally, some universities offer scholarships to non-EU students. If you're an EU EEA student, you can find more information about tuition fees on the website of the Dutch Ministry of Education, Culture and Science. If you're a non-EU student, you can find more information about tuition fees on the website of the university you're interested in attending. Available scholarships and financial aids. When considering studying in the Netherlands, it's important to be aware of the various financial aids and scholarships available. While there are options to support international students, it's essential to research and find the right fit for your circumstances. University-specific scholarships. Some Dutch universities might offer scholarships for international students. It's a good idea to check the official websites of the universities you're interested in to see the specific scholarships they offer and their criteria. Stichting voor Vluchteling-Studenten, the UAF. This foundation supports refugees and asylum seekers in continuing their education in the Netherlands. They provide some financial assistance, advice, and coaching. External organizations. There are organizations, including NUFIC, that offer scholarships for specific categories of international students. Erasmus+. While this EU initiative does support student mobility within Europe, remember that it's competitive and not exclusive to the Netherlands. Begin your research early and ensure you meet all the criteria and deadlines when applying. Securing financial aid can make your academic journey smoother, but it's essential to have realistic expectations and explore all available options. As you gear up for your academic journey in the Netherlands, there's so much more to discuss and explore. From housing and insurance to diving deep into the culture, pre-arrival preparations, and your first days in this beautiful country. But to ensure we give each topic the attention it deserves, we're going to save that for our next video. So stay tuned for part 2, where we'll cover everything you need to know before starting your journey to the Netherlands. Thank you for joining me today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with friends, and subscribe for more content. And if you have any questions, or if there's something specific you'd like to know, please drop a comment down below. Your feedback and queries will help shape our future content. See you in the next one.